not forget to subscribe, click that bell, like, comment, and share.
Start our discussion on our featured urban development technologies. Our first speaker and the project leader will be talking about sustainability in materials for urban development design. Being the Po-lite Technology Incorporated founder and inventor herself, she will be showcasing her innovative creation, an eco-friendly, lightweight, and stronger replacement for conventional hollow blocks and tile materials. She finished Doctor of Technology at the Technological University of the Philippines, mastered Engineering and Industrial Management at the Pamantasan ng Luzon, Maynila, and got her bachelor's degree in Civil Engineering at the Mapua Institute of Technology. She led several institutional programs on urban renewal and product development projects, including the International Multi-Institutional Research in cooperation with technology institutes in Thailand and Indonesia. Having her social enterprise startup, she envisions the industry sector to cater to a new mantra, business cum social enterprise paradigm, integrating compassion, strength, beauty, and sustainability in a product's designs, forms, marketing, and operations. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome Dr. Liza C. Canlas.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Liza Canlas. I am the founder and president of Po-lite Technology, Inc. What are the issues and problems faced in the construction industry right now? Well, I have to mention about 5 issues at present. Number 1 is that we know that we have the build by our President Duterte, and we could feel the momentum, and therefore this development projects have hazardous impact to the environment. Why? Because the widely used material in the construction is concrete, and concrete is cement-based. While for all we know, it takes the biggest type of the industrial machine to manufacture cement. And this machine produces about 1/3 of the heat of the sun. And the cement production basically contributes 8% of the world's carbon dioxide emission. The second one is that there is a lack of provision for decent dwelling. Third is the localization of the construction materials. And I'd like to mention about the new normal or the pandemic. We know that there are programs that are meant to do urban decongestion, like the Balik Probinsya program. All of this requires fast implementation of dwelling provisions. And lastly, on top of all of this is our balanced housing requirement, which will reach approximately 12.3 million by 2030. How does these problems affect mass housing or urban development? For climate change, it is a sad reality that companies are still on the traditional capitalism. That means companies are still giving much importance on profit than people and planet. The country's construction materials are still highly dependent on the so-called conventional foreign products. If we continue to do this, Earth will be doomed. This is trading cost over quality. The second is the lack of decent housing. For all we know, there are a lot of mass housing already constructed, but there are no takers. Precisely because they know that the infrastructure that we have right now are not livable or not inhabitable. There is a perceived no value added for every spending of supposed buyers. Not supporting the localization of construction materials will put the Philippines behind our neighboring countries. For all we know, our neighboring countries right now are very much aggressive in innovation, especially so in mitigating climate change for the remaining 10 years of the UN 2030 agenda. For the pandemic, there's a need for more and more houses to be built, and that has to be fast-paced. Our President Duterte mentioned in SONA that there should be accessibility for housing to everyone. And for the balanced housing requirements, according to TREBA, there is a particular DNA for a contractor to be very efficient in coming up with socialized housing. Of all of these factors, the bottom line is that the concern is cost. There are certain criteria for sustainability of our particular area for urban development. Number one, that is of course mitigating climate change. Should be an everybody's effort, and this is an everybody's journey. The second one is the sustainable construction solution, or the adoption of the so-called green composite or green materials, or could be green processes. We are already now gearing towards Society 5.0, this is after Industry 4.0, and this is known to be more of human-centered or more of development of super smart products and solutions. There is a need to embrace innovation because this is the only way to be competitive in a fair arena. Some government projects would go for value engineering and value analysis in favor of innovative materials. We have to be adapters should be very proud of being the first users in support of Filipino products. We have to stay out of the traditional mindset. Example, if your business is already earning, then why change? Now, in my point of view, if you're already earning, then this is the time to give back to the planet and people. This is for the future generation. So we have no choice but to adapt to a more sustainable solution for construction. And for the new normal, based on also on the SONA of our president, is the plant. So to be sustainable, there is also a need for adoption of agricultural-based construction materials. Also in consideration of the new normal, when people are staying at home most of the time, then there should be the so-called inhabitable designs. So we have to adopt in our houses designs that are, addressing, removing boredom, mental disorganization, and a lot. So how does Po-lite address the needs of urban development? First of all, Po-lite has various product forms, and one of these is the Po-lite Hollow Blends. First is that Po-lite has technical or technology innovation. It's a green material composed of an inventive formulation, and this inventive formulation makes use of hybrid binders and natural fillers. Alternatively, we can also make use of agri-based fillers. Aside from being green, it also has the following properties. Number one, it's strong. It's 3 times to 5 times stronger than ordinary concrete. It is high early strength, meaning it is attaining its strength in 24 hours, but it has good or best performance at 3 to 7 days old. It is lightweight. It is about 60% lighter than the ordinary concrete hollow blocks. It is fire retardant up to 120 minutes. It is waterproof and chemical resistant. Besides all of those properties that I have mentioned, Po-lite is also about design innovation. So the idea is that all the messy work must be done in the manufacturing site, do all the customization, and deliver it to the client ready to use. So you can actually ask for your preferred dimensions, and the dimensions of the blocks, whatever size it is optimized based on the load-bearing requirement of walls, especially for wind and seismic load. You can ask for any colors. You can ask for the face pattern. The face pattern can be plain, brick look, tile look. You can ask for the texture. It could be glossy, it could be rough. And you can also ask for the look, stone look, wood look, And most especially, the surface of Po-lite products has a good addition to ink. So you can actually ask for any graphic designs that you can print on the tiles. Plus on top of this is the tongue and groove connection, which facilitate fast and easy installation. Overall, with the use of Po-lite hollow blocks, you're gonna realize time and cost efficiency, such as 5%, up to 5% reduction in cost, or an 80% reduction in the wall installation man hours, which has a very big and significant impact in the overhead cost of any construction projects. So summing up all of this, Po-lite is a green material. It has superior structural stability, superior architectural stability, and cost, time, and quality efficiency. Po-lite is an innovative green composite product. It deviates from the extractive production of cement. It is suitable for cost-effective and resilient construction, and effective for countries that are prone to typhoon, earthquake, and the pandemic. And because of all these features, the Po-lite hollow blocks will be turned into a free fabricated panel wall couture system, which is to be used for any budget Po-lite home couture applicable for Po-lite sustainable cities or sustainable communities.